Nerd Morning, everyone. My name is Jeremy, and today on the Nerd Morning Show, we are going to be talking about Yara Flor as Wonder Girl. Now, when I think of Wonder Girl, I think of Donna Troy, who was introduced in Brave and the Bold number 60 in 1965, or Cassandra Sandmark, who was introduced in Wonder Woman 105 in 1996. But we're going to be having a new Wonder Girl out of Yara Flor. So a quick description of who Yara Flor is. Yara Flor is a Latina dreamer. She was born in Brazil and has immigrated into the United States, and she was born of an Amazonian warrior and a Brazilian river god. So she has some of that divine and human, just like Wonder Woman does, and they have some parallels in that. Now, the Amazons in the current Wonder Woman comics have been discovering that there are other groups of Amazon tribes that have existed and have been growing and thriving just like the one where Wonder Woman comes from. And they're starting to connect and find each other in the current Wonder Woman comics, which I think is super interesting. Now, I have already talked about Yara Flor as Wonder Woman in the DC's Future State event, and I have videos for both the DC's Future State as well as Yara Flor and who she is in different videos, and I'll be putting those in the links below, so you'll be able to check those out. I highly recommend it. There's a lot of good stuff in there about some of these big events that are happening in the near future. But also, Yara Flor is being introduced as a Wonder Girl character in a CW show that's going to be focused around her. Now, this is the same network that originally had Smallville and then later created their own like DC universe with shows like Arrow, The Flash, Batwoman, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Superman and Lois, and Black Lightning. Now, CW has done a really interesting job in building a cohesive universe for the DC Comics characters, and it's really interesting and exciting to see that they're going to be doing some stuff with Yara Flor as part of their existing CW DC Comics universe. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to be doing. Now, with characters like Green Arrow or The Flash or Supergirl or Superman, the things that they've done previously, they've had a lot of history to lean on, and sometimes that's been really cool because they're able to call back or make homages to things that have happened in the past, and those have been really cool. Other times they veer away from the comics and people notice and see that they have some differences and some changes inside of their small universe. With Yara Flor, we will only have a couple of issues with her as Wonder Woman in the future, with Future State, to really have as a foundation. So the CW show is going to be able to do a lot of creating and development for this character, which will be really interesting to see, because I bet we're going to be seeing more Yara Flor in comics in the future. And that brings me to kind of some thoughts that I have with Future State. Now, Future State is a 2-month event, and it looks like, with the evidence here, that this is not going to be just a 2-month event. Yes, it is going to be 2 months, but the things that are happening, the things they're setting up, is going to have a longer, far-reaching effect for comics with the DC universe, that we're going to be seeing things either leading towards or being tied into things that are happening with Future State. Now, I'm really excited for this. I think that there's some awesome stuff that they're trying to play with and explore inside of Future State, and them having new characters like maybe a younger Yara Flor inside of the comics who's going to be discovering herself and growing up and being trained, and maybe being Wonder Girl in the current Wonder Woman series, and then being able to look forward to her in the Future State version as Wonder Woman. It might have some really interesting elements and some cool things that they're able to tie together. I think that the big takeaway is that we're going to be seeing a new interesting character and a new show being developed for CW, and I think that's a really exciting thing. Are you guys excited for more Yara Flor? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'd be really excited to hear them. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.